For me, it was brutal. This time of year, like, it was the worst. As soon as the exams were done, I loved it, because then you could almost relax for a few weeks and enjoy your summer, and then the impending doom / anxiety starts to kick in. Honestly, I was so scared.
I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I expected myself to do really well. Regardless of how much I even studied, I just kind of put that pressure on myself that I just expected myself to do well. So it was always very nerve-wracking.
I think they're important in a sense. It shows that, like, your ability to work hard and dedicate your time to something, but I think there's far more opportunity outside of kind of exam papers these days.
I knew they were going to be bad. Like, there was no part of me that was like, oh, they might be all right, or I might have had a belter. Like, I knew they were bad. Like, I worried so much about how I was going to look to my mates and stuff. That was probably the hardest bit, I think. And I was never probably thinking any further forward than that. It was almost like, how am I going to tell people that I care about, that I love, like, how bad I've done?
I think everyone kind of builds up to that day and thinking it's kind of the end of the world or it's the best thing ever, but I think it would just be to keep yourself grounded. If it goes well, brilliant. If it doesn't, then it's okay. You just need to push on. And in terms of things that really matter in the workplace and getting that career that you want are kind of the skills that you develop through your friendships, through your early career, whether that be working in retail or bars or hospitality. I think that can be where you kind of develop as a person, and you know, having that piece of paper is great and it obviously helps to get your foot in the door, but you know, it only goes so far.
With the benefit of hindsight, I think the little results I did get, and what's interesting, bearing in mind, so I went to Mearns Castle High School, which is obviously based in Newton Mearns. At the time was the best school, public school in Scotland. I did nothing to help that. I definitely like lowered the average there. So you can get an idea though of the kind of people that were going to that school, the academic results were, so you can get a sense of the competition I had, right? It was pretty tough. Once I got enough to get into college and enough to get into university, and then I got that degree, no one ever asked, ever, about how I performed at school. I said it in the last year round, like, it's not final and it's not fatal. Like, you will have so many opportunities to go again. My advice would be to find the things that you enjoy doing. You're going to have to work hard. Like, there is no option of that. I think anyone that has done well or you wants to do well in life, career-wise or whatever direction they go, it's always work hard. My
dad gave me advice, and it's something that still sticks with me, is that life's not a race. Even if it's not like profound advice, but say you don't do as well in your exams as you thought of, you don't get in the uni you expected to. So what? You're in your 18, 19, you have the rest of your life. Like, I went to school, then I took a year off, and then I went back to school, and life's not a race, you know, at the end of the day. So even if you don't do as well in your exams as you thought you would, that just gives you more motivation for next year. And maybe the path that you thought you were going to take isn't the path you're actually meant to take. And that year or whatever you have can just be a reflective kind of year. Because what I went to uni for, I'm not doing now, and what I did my exams in, I'm not doing now.
The things that you enjoy doing, you're going to have to work hard. Like, there is no option of that. I think anyone that has done well or you wants to do well in life, career-wise or whatever direction they go, it's always work hard and hopefully some talent and all that other things and consistency over time gets you to probably where you want to get to. But you know, I've had to work really, really hard to kind of get to my position, but I'd say, like, everyone's the same. Like, there's no easy route. Even if somebody you're sitting next to somebody and they've had unbelievable results and they've got all A's or whatever it might be, they've probably worked really hard to get there. But also, it doesn't mean their journey is going to be any easier because they've got A's and you've maybe not. It really doesn't mean that. It's just your path's going to be different.